Hi there. So, get some evidence on the addressing special education students and the situation of them um, needing further intervention based on the data that I've collected over the past few years, and helping them not get in the same behavior of repeat school instances on Watsonville's campus. So I've worked over time to build some relationships in the special ed department. And to me right here is Ms. Jessica Showalter. She's the head of our RISE program, which is social emotional needs students here. And I'm going to flip the camera here in a second so that she can talk about that a little bit.
I am Jessica Showalter. As Gregorio said, I am the RISE teacher. The majority of our students are in the program due to social emotional disabilities. And as he also mentioned, that he works very closely with myself and our program. I want to talk about a specific case. We'll just call him MC. He was a student who was in the general population. Gregorio noticed that his absences and his behaviors were getting a bit out of hand. He made himself a part of the Tier 3 process, which is a process that he works with a psychologist, a therapist, as well as a SPED teacher to determine why is he not going to school? What needs is it that the student is missing? And we noticed that the student qualifies for ERMS, which is Educational Related Mental Health Services. So we were able to get him a therapist, a school-based therapist. On top of that, we were able to place him into the RISE program, which allows for more social emotional support. And within, I would say, a month and a half, we noticed a complete shift in his personality. He was attending classes. He felt comfortable in his classes. He was answering questions with the teachers. And so it just goes to show that Gregorio, having noticed this student not reaching his full capability and noticing what it is that he was missing. And it was as simple as just providing a smaller, safer environment. And if Gregorio hadn't looked at the data and noticing sort of the trend that the student was going on, this is a student that probably would have transferred schools or stopped coming to school completely, because that was a track he was going on before the intervention that Gregorio made. So this is just one example of many that it helps to have admin who understand special education, understand the needs, understand that each student has their own disabilities and their own things that they're working on, and that not just one intervention works for everybody. You have to dig deep into who this student is. You have to dig deep into what makes them tick, but also communicate with their teachers, their therapist, anybody that works with them, instead of just assuming that they are misbehaving. Talk to the people that are with them the most. And that's something that Gregorio does. We have meeting after meeting to dive deep into why this kid is making these choices. And he doesn't just give them consequences because they are making bad choices. He figure out what is happening, what's happening at home, what's happening at school. Are they in the wrong class? Are there issues going at home? And I think that makes such a big deal in choosing what these kids need and what interventions that these kids need, because they're not all the same.
So that's kind of the gist of what we were trying to do, is breaking down the data, seeing what the interventions work. Sorry about the shaky camera. I gotta work on my shoulders there. So then trying to replicate that process for all the kids so that they don't repeat the same behavior, especially the ones that we see that are having quite a bit of repeat instances. I mean, being a special ed. And I want
add one thing. And I do want to say that one thing that Gregorio does is, if there is a kid where we've had multiple meetings, we look at what we did in the last meeting, what interventions we used and what interventions we need to do. So we're not always using the same interventions. We look at what we've done, what was working, what isn't working, and we adjust. We're constantly having meetings to adjust the intervention. So it's not just one intervention, because like I had said, one intervention does not work for every kid.
And thank you, Michelle Walter. She took some time off today. It was summer, so I ordered some lunch. And we'll see everybody soon. All right, bye.